Hey everyone, it's been a little while since I've been able to claim that the full arcade has been 100% up and playable every single game, so I thought I'd do just a little bit of a spin around the room, show you guys where we're at these days. Let's head over into the corner here. Start off with Tapper. This is looking great. This is my second Tapper. Just one I picked up along with a deal with another game, so this one was in better condition than my original, so I decided to keep this one instead, let my other one go. Moving on to my fully restored 720 medium res monitor in this. I actually have a 26-inch medium res in this, dual resolution monitor, but looks pretty cool, looks pretty nice. And onto restored Galaxian cab. Now I actually went ahead and put a little multi-board in this one. At one point it did have an arcade SD in it, but I just dropped it back to a regular 60-in-1. This is probably going to move out soon to make room for something a little more legit, like maybe a Joust or something else just as fun. Robotron, Old Faithful here, still keeps on ticking. Great game, love it, can't play it, terrible at it. Still love it. One of the greatest games ever made. I think we can all agree. Tempest. Nice little trade on this one. Didn't have to do a thing to it. Came in looking like this. All original top to bottom. Screen looks real good on this. Very nice. Bomb Jack. Anyone who's been following the Arcade Icons page knows the whole story behind this Bomb Jack. Super, super fun game. And onto my Outrun that has been giving me a few problems lately. The monitor crapped out on me. Then I tried to repair it and I really killed it. But then I found out what the problem was and I managed to get that going again. So pretty happy with the monitor. It's looking pretty decent now. Not bad at all. Great condition, this machine. The plastics on this, hardly any breakage on the plastics at all, which is really rare because with all the shaking and the motor, you know, they fracture and split over time, but not on this one. Looks pretty nice. Fully restored track and field. Love this game. Another game I love that I'm not particularly good at. In fact, that probably counts for most of the games in the room. Got some buddies here sitting up above the Star Wars cockpit again. Any of you that follow the Arcade Icons page and the restoration for this beastie knows all the woes and troubles I went through getting this up and running with its 25-inch ampliphone. But now it's nice and reliable, plays well, and a little hard to film with all the shadows and stuff in here, but as you can see it's a good-looking cab, nestled nicely into the corner there. Now, alongside of this, a reasonably new addition to the arcade. Got the Stern Ghostbusters Premium pin. Super fun pin. Great artwork. And just an amazing machine top to bottom. I didn't like Ghostbusters Pro when I played it, but when I played this Premium at my buddy Keith's house, it totally changed my mind on the game. And yes, I do have the cheat post in, because damn, without it, is this game ever a drain monster. So it just makes it a little more light-hearted fun, not quite so hardcore. Purists are gonna probably have a few things to say about that, but they can enjoy playing their Ghostbusters pinball machine. Right next to that, Medieval Madness. I haven't gone ahead and dropped the money for the color upgrade on this yet. I'll get there one day. Probably one of the greatest pinball machines ever made. This is the LE remake. All LEDs. Brand new machine, top to bottom. Again, super fun. And Addams Family. Again, probably one of the greatest pins ever made. Got the color DMD in there. A few little tasteful upgrades here and there. Nothing too crazy. All up and running, looking great. Nice clean mansion on this. I did a full retouch and put a polycarbonate shield over the entire playfield, so it'll never wear ever again. Plays real fast and smooth. Alright, float on onto the other side of the room. This is my Donkey Kong. I got my badges here from Cax, Grinkers, etc, etc. And in here I have the Donkey Kong Remix set. So that's super hard. I mean, I don't really know I put it in because I'm terrible at regular Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong Remix is just hard, hard, hard. But a friend of mine hooked me up with it, so I thought, yeah, what the hell, let's put it in. Qbert! Beautiful screen on this. Game looks great. Top to bottom, loving it, loving it. These two, I don't think they're ever going to move out of this corner of these games too much. Let's roll around here over to Zookeeper. Yet another game that I love, and I suck at it. That's okay. Nice bright screen on there, nice clean control panel. Nice machine top to bottom on there. My fully restored Dragon's Lair. Again, most of these restorations you can see on the Arcade Icons Facebook page. And you can see what I had to go through to get them back into good shape. I'm trying to get out of the way of the lamps behind me, so there you go. There you go, you can see. Looking good. And over to timber. I still have to put actually a light fitting in timber here because it's just completely missing. The wiring's in there, but there's no light fitting at all. So one day I've got to get that fixed up. Got all the repro glass and marquees from Phoenix Arcade and Richard at This Old Game. This Old Game did the marquee, and then Phoenix did the repro glass bezels. And control panel looking in pretty good shape, and overall the whole machine in really good shape. There we go. What do we got here? We got our badge from the NAT tournament in Denver this year, and little NAT trophy up here on top of our Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. Good stuff, probably one of the most popular of the Street Fighter 2 variants. Fully rebuilt, top to bottom, brand new sticks, buttons, switches, everything. So people who are good at this game, i.e. not me, enjoy it when they can come over and play this because they say it's one of the best condition Street Fighter 2s that they've played on. Say it plays really well, especially with the buttons and sticks that we've got in there. And then over here, Paperboy. Now this is the Championship Sprint Championship Sprint machine that I recently converted into a Paperboy, and you can see the monitor's looking real nice on this, and the control panel. Look at that. Not quite original, but as you can see, I'm still looking for the metal control panel on that. But I did this replacement for now. I don't think anyone's really going to notice the difference between this and the original. It's pretty legit. But it's in and it's fully playable and ready to go. Then spin round one more time. Let's get a view of the room and cruise on all the way back over here to Warlords. 4-player cocktail. Probably the greatest party game ever created in an arcade machine. I love it. Alright, so that's where we are. It's the current state of affairs in the Arcade Icons Drop-in Quarters Home Arcade. Bye!